Nothing says you care like crypto.
We are dying to get in here. Thank you. Thank you. We got the Men are chilling at home as society collapses around them. Just a little FYI, this is yet another one of my microphones that I was having trouble getting to work. To my understanding, the audio on this can be extremely crisp. So we're testing it out. Let me know if you guys are liking the new microphone in the comments, and I'll keep using it. So the video you just saw was a video that came from Lily Phillips, and basically Lily Phillips, she's a person who operates on, I believe, in the adult community. She may have an OnlyFools. I think she set a world record recently of being physically intimate with over 1,000 individuals over the course of 24 hours. I think she did that over in the United Kingdom, and now she's doing it in the US or something along the lines of that. And the video you just saw was basically a bunch of men, many of them with their faces covered, which tells us that a lot of these are men in relationships, married men, teachers, engineers, people who have things to lose, and they're out here doing this type of thing. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of society going in this direction as men are chilling at home as society collapses around them and what this means going forward. Don't forget to follow us over on Rumble. Our Rumble is linked in the description of the video. So if you're missing any Angry Guy content, it's because we're probably releasing it exclusively on Rumble. So go and follow us on Rumble to never miss any of our content ever again. We'll go ahead and jump right back into the video after a message for Angry Crypto Academy. The financial system is on the brink. ATMs will freeze and the banks will close their doors. You need to protect your assets. They're at serious risk. Discover how to protect your wealth with cryptocurrency at Angry's Crypto Academy. You'll master the skills to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the most secure coins, plus uncover 4 coins that virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. Click the link in the video description below to find out what these cryptos are and join the academy today. We're going to go ahead and jump right back into the video so you guys can have a better look at it. And this is something special. So, I mean, here these guys are, and they're just walking in one after another. A lot of them have their faces covered because these are men who likely have, these are doctors. There are doctors in here. There are engineers in here. There are computer scientists in here. There are bankers in here. This is why they're shaved, guys. They cannot show their faces. They are married men. This is what America has come down to, and this is the type of behavior that we are celebrating. Absolute disgrace, absolute disgrace. And then, of course, there's a video where she's like outside of the event, and you can see it's a very, very long line of men who are waiting to be physically intimate with her. This is insane.
Ready?
Ready? Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, come on in, come on in.
50. Guys, this is disgrace. These idiots are acting like they're going to Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my gosh, how is this legal? I'll tell you how it's legal. So basically, as long as she's not selling physical intimacy, it is more than legal to give it away for free. And that's basically what she's doing. And this is happening. This is happening now. This is happening in America. And no one is stopping it. She did it in the UK. Now I guess she flew across the pond, and she's doing it. She's doing it here. And this is it's a disgrace what we see America now coming to. And then people are wondering why so many men are outright opting out of society, opting out of relationships, opting out of dating, and choosing to completely walk away. And I'll tell you guys, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. The people who are responsible for this are the hippies. And who are the hippies? It's the baby boomers. Okay. They are the ones responsible for this messed up society. And it's not going to change anytime soon. Because let me make this very, very clear. American women don't actually like us. Okay. The same types of people who are out here doing this type of thing are then at the same ones who are shaming men for just going on dates or not going on dates.
time on how politics ruined my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months. And in those 5 months, I was told by my friends, Zoe, he lives in Indiana. He's a fucking Republican. I was like, politics don't matter to me. Boy, was I wrong. And so I was like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get to know him first. We'll decide later. So then we kind of start talking about it. I'm a very liberal woman. So I am obviously like very much, everyone knows that I'm a liberal woman. My brother's gay, all my friends are gay, also like abortion rights, female rights, but anyways, so I would like always ask him, I'd be like, what's your politics? Like, where do you lean? And he was just like, well, like socially, I'm a liberal, but economically, I'm a Republican. Fuck that. Okay. Also, he was a 28-year-old man. That's the first red flag, because if there's a 28-year-old man and he's single, there's a fucking reason that he's single. But anyways, so then I'm like, well, like what makes you, economically Republican? Because like I could give you a whole bunch of fucking facts right now that prove that you shouldn't be. And he was like, all of his info is from his friends. And I was like, you get all your information from your fucking redneck friends. Obviously, you can't trust them. You need to do the research yourself.
Now, here's where things get interesting about women. Women will actually say, respect my friends, they are my family. But if it comes to your own friends, they will say you should question your friends, because your friends are basically trying to separate us. Your friends do not like me. You cannot really trust your friends. Trust me. This is how women think. Women, you have to respect their friends and the opinions of their friends, but you must question very carefully the opinions and advice of your own friends. Do you see how insane? So basically, this is them saying that women are better than men. Women are more trustworthy than men. And in other words, just simply obey. And this is a guy who's a liberal guy. So he's basically like, well, in terms of like my political beliefs, I'm liberal. But in terms of fiscal responsibility, finances, I'm conservative. So in other words, guys, if you're not socialist, if you do not have socialist liberal ideas, if you were not a white guy for Harris, she does not want to talk to you. Do you know where this leads, guys? This leads to Tyrone. All roads lead to Tyrone. Because if she's not happy with Woody, then she's gonna go look for Pookie. Okay? All roads. You could see it right away. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Chad and Tyrone are the same person. But when you listen to what she's saying right here, this sounds very, very much like she would prefer someone like Tyrone, who's going to be like, yeah, baby, I'm having a hard time doing the voice, but yeah. How would they go? Yeah, girl, I'm all about that socialism. Yeah, I voted for Harris. Uh, I loved Bernie. I love me some free stuff. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah, like no, like this either she wants a white guy for Harris, Bernie Bros, or just or Tyrone, Ray, Pookie, Enrique, Miguel, or Pancho. Of course, Pancho, because Pancho and Chad, Tyrone, and Pancho are the same person. Chad, Tyrone, and Pancho, they're the same person. They're just brothers from different mothers. But it's an absolute disgrace, guys. That's why you should not be wasting your time on relationships. You should be out there getting your money, and one of the best ways to get your money is through crypto, because the ATMs are going to freeze, banks are going to close their doors, and your assets are at serious risk. Discover how to protect your wealth with cryptocurrency at Angry's Crypto Academy. You'll master the skills to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the most secure coins, plus uncover 4 coins that virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. Click the link in the video description below to find out what these cryptos are and join the academy today.
And if you do the research, I told him, I was like, I'll support you based on your decision if you actually research it yourself. Like, I won't care if you're a Republican. But anyways, and so he was like, Zoe, I have much better things to do than research politics. Like, I have way more important things to do. Okay, saying that to me is absolutely fucking insane, but go off, king. I also just didn't care at that point. And so I kind of put it on the back burner. I was like, I can't fucking take this right now. Well, then we get into a little spat. a little spat a couple days before election day, and we almost broke up. And so I was like, nah, it's fine. I'll give him one more chance. Blah 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 blah.
Go off, King. Y'all, these. Uh, I mean, the streets is strong in this one.
Well, then election day rolls around, and well, actually, before this, he was not registered to vote. He had never voted before, and he told me that he wanted to vote in this election. And I was like, okay, cool, do the research, but that's a whole other thing. And so the voter registration deadline was approaching. I could tell he was going to vote against me, let's just say it like that. And so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he voted for. So guess what? I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline. So then it passed. He didn't register to vote. So there we go. It was saved. He wasn't going to vote. I wouldn't have to deal with it then. But then we got into that little spat, and I was like, let me try one more time. Let me see if he's learned anything from me. And I asked him point blank on election day, I'm like, so who would you have voted for if you would have voted in this election? He was like, I would have voted independent. And I was like, do you know that how harmful and basically wasteful that is? And also, like, check your privilege by saying you're going to vote independently. And he was like, wow, Zoe, I cannot believe that you think my vote would have been a waste. Shut the fuck up, because it is a waste. Look at fucking Philadelphia. All those independent voters could have put us over the edge and could have helped Kamala win. That's another story.
I mean, guys, what do you really expect from these individuals? You can clearly see that the mental state for these people is pretty damn bad. A lot of these people, they are just pushing that whole liberal ideology that, orange man bad. Okay? I told you right off the bat, it was one of those Bernie bro moments where, in other words, if you didn't vote for Harris, you're a bad guy. If you didn't support my politics, you're a bad guy. So if you this guy dodged a total bullet. All right. How dare you? It is so disrespectful that you ever thought about voting independent. Either you vote Democrat or you don't vote at all. Okay. It's like basically you're either with us or against us. And if you don't stand for anything, then you're also against us, guys. That's what modern day society is. And then guys, this is how people like Andrew Tate end up becoming prime minister. This is how people like Conor McGregor end up becoming president of Ireland. This is how these things end up happening when you have a society that is so unfair towards men, that is so biased towards men, that it's beyond ridiculous. And men just basically say, you know what? I'm not going to take this anymore. This is a load of crock. It's a load of crap, and I don't have to tolerate it. And I'm just going to walk away. And that's what men do. They ultimately decide that they're no longer going to put up with the nonsense or the BS, and they just walk away from society, and they never look back. And can you really blame them for it? Can you really blame men for just giving up and walking away from a society that does not like them, that shames them and humiliates them simply for being men? It literally makes no damn sense. It's no wonder men are giving up. It's no wonder men are walking away. It's no wonder men are fed up. They have every reason to be, because they live in a society that does not like them, it's actually invested in humiliating them and shaming them and punishing them for just being men. I mean, who would want to be active in such a society that is literally advocating against you, that is literally working against you, that is literally shaming you for simply being you? And the hypocrisy is just absolutely ridiculous.
So much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that. Yeah. My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood, right, should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. You don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. How come this mom can't, let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical. Okay. And the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He can.
somebody
He
have
can't.
an
But he
abortion.
can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
He is legally bound by child
to be
support.
honest, that's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right?
I mean,
Yes or no? I don't think it's right. I think the whole system's fucked.
We
on
spend
that.
so much time talking about a woman's choice.
Right, but the man doesn't have one.
But my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
Do you see this, guys? This is how and I predicted this years ago, that because of the actions of most women in Western society, the hypocrisy and the way that men are treated, when society begins to crumble down, they begin having, they put men back on top. What ends up happening? I predicted that in the future, if things continued on, that women would be facing a reality that was very similar to The Handmaid's Tale, where many of the rights, the privileges that they have today would be gone, and they would be living in states that would be very different than today. The Handmaid's Tale is a story of pretty much almost essentially the equivalent of indentured servitude. There is it's a failed state, and there is technology, but women are not allowed to access it. So things like reading, writing, arithmetic, those are left to men and boys, while women are basically living in a almost medieval society where the only thing that they know is serving and reproduction, basically raised to be nurturers and caregivers and so forth, and their scope of knowledge is extraordinarily limited. And it's like, I predicted that could be the way that we are going, especially when society, is heading down in a downward spiral. And it's not just going to be, weak men create hard times, strong men create good times. No, it's going to basically be weak men create hard times, and those weak men that created hard times are going to be held accountable for creating hard times. And women who helped to create said hard times, working in unison with said weak men, are also going to experience as consequences of those decisions. And it's like, I know I'm a decent man. I know I'm a decent person. What women are going to do is say things like, you don't love your mother, blah, blah, blah. All of these things, emotional manipulation. And most men understand now you can no longer use your emotions. You can see these are people who do not like us. So it's like they've taught us for decades, over and over and over, through the way we are treated in society. Like, pretty much they've pushed us out of society, and they don't want us to be happy. They want to punish us for existing. They want to punish us for not laboring every moment of the day to make them happy. And even then, you can never make them happy. They really just want us to be miserable. And then they think that we're going to come to their rescue. No, I don't think. I think it's like they're fighting for their own hardship. But guys, let me know what you think regarding everything we discussed here. Do you agree men are chilling at home as society collapses around them, has collapsed around them? Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWM and walking away and share.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.